Hi, my name's Ian James and I'm here to just brief you quickly on how to maximize the return on the No 3-Putt Month campaign we'll be running for you next month. I'm going to give you tips and ideas on ways that you can maximize the results you're going to get from this campaign. What we're trying to do here is create a great opportunity for you to create theatre fun at your golf club, and most importantly, more engagement with more golfers. We want to also inspire more of your golfers to want to improve their putting so that they have a better performance out on the golf course. And we know that if we can do that, then you'll be delivering more value to the golfer. Every improvement you make to their performance out on the golf course makes a difference to their life. It'll also be an opportunity for you to create activation for the golf club, and each activation, of course, creates opportunities for you to create more rounds, improve retention, and create more participation in golf club events. And from this campaign, there'll be immediate revenue opportunities through coaching, fitting, and putter sales. There's 4 weeks of email content that will go out in your newsletters highlighting how putter technology improves distance control. To see those articles, please follow the links in your campaign overview. There's also 3 web features we've put together. One is a suggestion for the customer or the golfer in ways that they can test their distance putting performance. Another is a tip on how to make sure your first putt is not going to leave you with a difficult second putt. And the third is a feature on how Odyssey putters work to improve your distance control. Again, in the campaign overview, follow the links. There are a number of recommendations we have that we think will help you maximize your return from this campaign. The first is we'd recommend you schedule, promote, and run a distance putting championship based on the test or skills challenge we've put in that previous web feature. So you want to see which golfer can get the most putts between 20 and 50 feet, where each putt must go further than the previous putt, but not further than 50 feet. Of course, their first putt must go beyond the starting point, which is 20 feet. So as soon as they leave a putt short of 20 feet or short of their previous putt or go beyond 50 feet, they've finished. You should create this as an event, not just a set of casual fun. You should advertise it, try and get golfers to come along and watch, jeer, heckle, and have general fun out on the putting green. Remembering as you do it that this is an engagement where the event is the process that offers you engagement, where engagement is actually a means to an end. So you need to think through, as you're there with your golfers, what is the journey and what is the end you want? So what's the journey you want those golfers to go on? We think every engagement that you have, every 2 or 3 minutes with a golfer is an opportunity for you to educate them on the need for a fitting for putters and the benefit of an improved technique to the game. You don't have to sell them, it's just an opportunity and conversation. You should be looking to see what can you do, what more can you do to help the golfer get more value from their golf at the club. It might be putting, it might be something else. You've got some casual conversation opportunity. Maybe they don't know enough golfers in the golf club and that would help them. Maybe there's some other aspect of the game they feel they would need help on. We'd also recommend you try and set yourself a target and the percentage of those golfers you're going to get booked very specifically into a putter or putting assessment. So if you have 20 golfers take part in your championship, are you going to get 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 1 in 3 to actually book there and then into a putter and putting assessment with your coaches or fitters? And if you have an upcoming putting clinic or program, maybe you've got an aim point event scheduled, make sure everybody taking part in that event knows about it and that individually you try and get them booked into that clinic and program. While you're running that skills challenge, please note one of the things you're doing is you're creating a very visible performance gap with the golfer. So they have a view, the blue line here, of their performance. What you're either doing is showing them that on the red line their performance is worse than they expected, or showing them through conversation, the green line, how an improvement could improve their golf. So it's up to you to use that opportunity to start a conversation around the individual performance of a golfer, and that creates opportunity for you. If you can close the gap, you've identified a value area and a value you can deliver, and then have delivered the value to the golfer. Now, Callaway are funding the development of campaigns and content for your whole program. Having established through this skills challenge a performance gap with an individual golfer, the questions you should be asking is, how does a higher MOI, larger sweet spot putter that's fitted to their stroke or setup improve their performance? You should be making sure they're aware there are ways through technology to improve performance. Is there immediate advice you can give that will provide immediate improvement? Can you, in other words, deliver value instantaneously to the customer? That's real service. What would they score if they went again with the right Odyssey putter? So does the right Odyssey putter help them close the gap immediately? Our third recommendation is to make sure that you're running these skills challenges over demo days. So rather than run an Odyssey demo day, put together a skills challenge like this. It's a much more effective transaction for the customer. In a demo day, you're very clearly allowing people to kick tires, or you're promoting a commodity or pushing a purchase. If you're having a skills challenge like this, you're showcasing a measurable opportunity for improvement in performance for the golfer. You're highlighting a place where you can add value to their game, and that's better than just servicing in a transaction. That's delivering more value to the golfer in the pastime and activity they want to enjoy. We'd also suggest for the month you add a 3-putt focus in your company play. It certainly encourages a conversation that you can then control. So we'd suggest you start out for your company play by contacting golfers you aren't seeing enough of. Maybe you advertise it via an email, or maybe you contact them by telephone. Invite them to play in a 9-hole 4-ball with a difference. The objective, including you, the pro, is that no one in the 4-ball 3-putts. If they do, they go forward, and at the end of the month, every 4-ball goes into a little draw, and one of the 4 balls can win a prize. You can decide whatever that is. Maybe it's a free clinic, maybe it's a free program, maybe it's some balls you can negotiate from the Callaway rep. Interestingly enough, if you set that objective at the beginning of the round, you've started a conversation around 3-putting. It gives you the chance to talk about distance control. It gives you the chance to talk about technology. It gives you the chance to talk about practice drill. It gives you the chance to talk about technique. So that enables you to lead golfers to a place where you can add more value to their game. And you should be looking to try and convert, remember, because an engagement is a means to an end, convert these golfers to a result. Certainly, at the end of any company play, you should be asking how many of those golfers did you get booked in for their next round? So before they've left the property, have they booked in for their next round? How many of those have committed or booked to participate in the next club event? And just as importantly, how many of the people you play with this month are you going to convert into either a putter assessment or a putter fitting? Now you can see why it's important to let everybody know when you start for this month what the focus is. It's about no 3-putts. That enables you to lead them to a result, which is to get them into an assessment or putter fitting. Our fourth recommendation is to create competition theatre. So for the month, add a little bit of fun to your Saturday comp. Have 3 putts to be marked on the scorecard in every hole, and each week a winner's drawn from those that have no 3 putts. Small prize, it's recognition. Send out a post, our no 3-putt winner for the month. That gives you the opportunity to keep the conversation going through the month. At the end of the month, I'd have 2 prizes with, again, social posts and communication going out. The golfer with the most rounds without a 3-putt, and the golfer with the longest run of holes without a 3-putt. There's 2 people you can award prizes to. Now, if you've collected all the scorecards, you've got some opportunities here. Anybody with too many 3-putts is an opportunity. You can reach out, contact them, and create free putting assessments for them, possibly. Maybe you charge. It's up to you. But somebody who's struggling with 3-putts, they've got an opportunity where they've created and highlighted their own performance gap for you to go and deliver value to them. And finally, if you really want to go huge, why don't you, at the end of the year, have a Putt to be a Millionaire competition? This is an event that we've had several professionals schedule and run with huge success. It's, in fact, perfect for your December holiday, and it's modeled on the TV show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, of course. And it involves people putting in some money for charity with their name on a $5 or $10 or whatever bill you want to have them write their name on, being drawn out and getting in front of everybody to go through a little competition where you, the compares, making it tough for them to take a 3-foot putt, a 4-foot putt, and a 5-foot putt. You then have a break where they have to answer a question, go on to 8, 10, and 12 feet, and a break, and then 15, 20, and 25 feet. Of course, if they miss at any point, they're out, and they only keep so many of the prizes. We have a complete playbook for this, and it's great fun. You have questions in between the 5-foot and 8-foot putt, and in between the 12-foot and 15 putt. They can ask the audience on questions. You make them have one putt they can nominate. They're going to have 2 goes at before they take the putt. And 1 putt must be taken by a friend after 5 feet. It all adds to the theatre, fun, and pressure. Prizes at each stage. We've never yet had anybody go through that to sink the 25-foot putt. And we have, in fact, had a customer run this where Mercedes sponsored it, and there was a Mercedes car at 25 feet. So there's no limit to how far you can go. The point of all of this is what we're trying to do is create engagement, put you together with a golfer. That's the most powerful marketing moment that exists in golf if you use it correctly. Remember, it's your opportunity to understand the golfer and how can you enrich their life, how can you improve their golf, and what can you do to get them playing more golf. That's the role of the game changer. That's the goal of the Rainmaker. I think this campaign will deliver all of that and a whole barrel of fun. If you have any suggestions for campaigns or ways even to improve this campaign, please reach out to me and let me know. My role is, in fact, designing and developing campaigns for professionals. But your campaign manager will be in contact with you to coordinate and help you promote whatever events you want to put together and make sure you understand the campaign and answer any questions. His email address is here, so you can reach out to him ahead of any call. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this was useful, and I'll chat to you again with the next campaign we run.